Okay, as you've probably already realized, I'm a man of many projects. I got my new baler down there, and I hate the guard for the pickup. I absolutely hate it, so I ripped it off of there. I hated the one for the old one, and I hate the new one because it's identical. It's identical. It's really kind of stupid how they've got it set up. If you could see, in 1,500 bales, you can see there's a lot of wear from that hay pulling on these teeth. It's actually started to round over. Now, if I went down to my old baler, there's almost 28,000 bales through that one. They're rounded almost sharp, like a point. There's a lot of drag on them, and I've always hated it. So what I've done is I have contacted the New Holland dealer, and I've bought a big rectangular baler, 9080S, roller wind guard kit. What that is a goddarn roller. Big one goes on there, right on the front. So according to the instructions that I actually have to cut these off. Boom, gone. That one there, and that one there. And then there's this funky little template gizmo that gets put on there, and you bolt the thing fast, and then you cut these pieces out on this on there, and you bend it. I believe you bend it. Well, you do something to it anyway to make it so it's that angle. That S is the standard model one. So yeah, you keep it in the upright position there like a so on both sides, and that should make it right. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to chop that thing off of there. Now, in the instructions also, it says I have to cut the top out of this piece here so that I can put a bolt through, which, you know, is fine with me. So anyway, I've looked at the instructions briefly, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay out all these parts on the floor here, and I'm going to go over the instructions again, because I'm usually not the kind of guy to look at instruction, but I'm going to this time. And the other thing is, these teeth here that caused me all that problem on that stub auger, they're coming off. They don't even belong on here anymore. There's another chain that goes here, and of course over here, and then these ones here are changed over to a different style. They're actually shorter and a different angle. So I'm going to get started on that. So it's telling me to remove the wind guard from the machine, which I have already done. Next step is to actually remove the tines. It says they are no longer needed on this machine. So I'm gonna do that. So I'll get these all out of here, and then yeah, I'll show you what it looks like then, and I'll let you know what the next step is. Yeah, I think it's okay. Anyway, what it's telling me to do in the instructions that are on the ground is to chop out these triangle pieces. So I started grinding it out. It said to grind it out. I got over here and I did this one, and obviously in a corner I can't get a grinding wheel in the corner, so I just used the torch, and I torched it out there. And there's another piece here that's a bumper. It goes right there, and that is laying on the ground here, right there. So I'm going to do the exact same over here. I'm going to get the torch out, and I'm going to punch a hole right down through there and around the corner. So maybe I can get that on film, though. Yeah, that'll work. That was easy. Oh. It is so hot today. It was 112 degrees yesterday at the Allentown airport, which is only about 35 miles away from us in Pennsylvania. Might have went a little deep over there on that corner, but I don't think so. Nah, it's good. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to tap that out of there with a hammer. This guy here. And there it is. It's out. Okay, so you can see it's not too bad. This has got to come off of there, so I'm going to nice guy again and tell him where to go. So anyways, back to this thing. Yeah, I got all the parts out of the center. I've got that cut off. I got that ground. I'm going to knock it onto the floor, and then I'm going to put my handy dandy trusty dusty template on there after I pick up my paperwork, and we'll see what the next step is. Voila. I really get frustrated when you look at something like this. You got the instructions. Now it told me to put the template on and mark it and cut it off, so I did. There's the piece I took out. I used a torch because, well, I was in the mood to go quick, and using a grinder is stupid and it sucks. So anyway, I cut them both off, right there, boom. Now it says in the instructions here to weld this thing back on here as to the illustration. Well, that illustration is clear as mud. Do I take this part here and weld it on top like that, like a so, or do I stick it in there like a so and weld it like that? My gut instinct to keep everything nice and level and everything and straight the way it was supposed to be, I would say would be to do that. But to make it strong, I would weld it on the inside and then drill that hole. Well, it also says in here, drill holes H, diameter 13 millimeter. So I'm thinking that I need to put it in here. It's just one of these clear as mud instructions, but I'm going to clean it up real nice, grind it, get that thing in a decent position there on both sides. I'm going to grind that welded or that cut off, torched up nasty piece of shit there. That's going to get out of there, and I'll make it all nice. And I think I am definitely going to weld it on the top here, because that way everything will be the same as it was in, you know, before, as far as the width wise of it. And I'm a pretty good welder, so we'll see what happens. Okay. Well, I got them on there. Now it's telling me to weld these things back on. They need to be worked on a little bit because they're kind of ugly. I'm going to grind them and flatten them and do whatever. But what I'm going to do is actually put them on like so. That's how they go in, like that. Just because it doesn't have a picture of the finished product, and that will keep it from doing its sway bar thing going on anyway. So that's what I'll do. I'm going to grind them, flatten them, and re-weld them. Here it is. I had some company in here, so it was kind of one of those things that I couldn't film everything that I was doing. But anyway, I recut those, you know, ground them out, welded them in. I don't know if they were in the right spot, but they certainly look pretty decent there. This whole thing, that's all it does. Is as it comes around, the hay hits that thing and it rolls it up and underneath there. Oop, almost lost it, hey? Anyways, rolls that thing and that's it. Come the end of the windrow, she's still rolling. It's adjustable. You can adjust it down farther or even up farther, doesn't matter, works good. They only gave me 4 of these gizmos here. I'm not sure whether I'm going to leave them in there or, you know, take this one out, put it to the center, and take that one over there out completely and just have the 3 in the center. But yeah, there's 4 of them, so that's how it's going to go. Now I gotta throw some paint on there, and I've got one more thing that I have to do to the bale. I didn't have any New Holland yellow. All I could find was John Deere yellow, and there is a difference, but you know what? As long as it's got paint on it, I really don't care. Yeah, so I'm going to go out and take care of the rest of those wings over there. I think they're 1/2 inch, so I think I could just use my little guy here and get them off. Here they are. Come down here and get them. Yeah, got something under my arm, so my angle ain't quite right, but yeah, it should be pretty simple. it just changes the pitch here. That rubber roll goes in a different position here. Yeah. So, yeah, I got to take off those 3. So let me see what I can do there. Okay, well there it is. Yeah, it's on there the way it's supposed to be on there. There's 3 positions for this rubber or plastic stopper there. So I got it in the lowest position. Hopefully that's the right position. If not, well, then I got problems. But before I go ahead and put this wind guard on and finish doing the other side, I got to dig all that plastic out of there, because that'll cause me some serious trouble if I don't. You know, just one of those deals. So anyway, yep. All right, I'm gonna get this done. There she is. All in position. Hopefully it's in the right position for what I need it to do. I can raise it up or lower it down. I think that it's exactly where I want it to be for the windrow size. The only other thing that I could see that is going to be a problem are actually those teeth. I think they'll be alright, but I may take them out or turn them over. That's the other thing. I might have to turn those things over. Like I said, the instruction manual sucked. So they're just a drag point to me. Looks like it's going to be dragging all over the place. But I got to adjust it, and in order to do that, let's see what we can come up with. Yeah, see how high that is, which is good. Yeah, they almost touch it too. So, yeah, probably if I put the bumper there, that would get it farther away. Yeah, anyway, I think I'm going to turn them son of a bitches over. They're sticking in there too much.